Hey drummers, it's Rob Litton here from drumstheword.com and welcome to this free video drum lesson. This one was requested over on my Facebook page, so if you want to make your own song suggestions, then please go over there to do so. You'll find a link beneath this video. I've got a free PDF drum chart to come with this lesson that you can download and have printed out in front of you, showing you the main groove to the song Detroit Rock City by Kiss, drummed by Peter Criss, of course. And we've got the main drum beat that occurs 25 seconds, the main verse drum beat. And then I've also got a simplified version as well for you. So we can take a look at the simplified version first and then add in the notes to build it up to the actual version. So there's sort of there's something in here for all levels of drummer. So, first thing I've written here is the tempo is 180 BPM, 180. Very, very fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the pulse that's going by. We're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And the first thing to notice is it's all in shuffles, triplets. 1, 2, 2, 2. We're counting, or I'm feeling 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Not 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It's swung 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It's kind of like a shuffle kind of feel, because it is. So before we go on to the actual drum beat, let's take a look at the simplified version first. And we can see that it's a 2-bar pattern, and we're just playing quarter notes on the right hand, on the hi-hat, and we get this for the first bar. 1, 2 and 3 and 4, and again I'm counting swung eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3. We've got triplets occurring in there on 2 and 3 and 4 and, but we're counting it as 1 and 2 rather than 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, which is a bigger mouthful. So 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Notice that bass drum there is on the and a beat 3 just before 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Second bar is this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. A little bit strange for some drummers because we've got these bass drums falling on the and of 2 and the and of 3, pushing the groove along. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we get the 2 bars together. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's our skeleton groove for the verse. Let's try and play it around a few times. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and speeding up. So that's the basic groove without any of the extra hi-hat notes, without extra bass drum notes, without ghost notes on the snare drum specifically, which makes it a lot easier for some drummers to get. But even saying that, that's at this tempo, it's still quite fast, still quite tricky. But before we go into the actual drum beat, let's hear what that sounds like played up to speed without the microphone on, so you can hear just the drums. Here we go. Alrighty then. So the main drum beat, and I've written here, note, a snare drum is played on beat 1 the first time only. So I looked online to see other versions of this song, other drummers playing it, and it seems a lot of drummers seem to think that there's a snare drum on beat 1 of every 2-bar pattern. That's not true. The snare drum only occurs at the beginning of the song, when he first comes in at 25 seconds, where there's a snare drum on beat 1 of bar 1. Then the rest of the time, he repeats what I've shown here on the free PDF notation. So we've got exactly the same drum beat as we just showed you in the simplified version, except for 3 different things. First thing, we ignore the open hi-hats at the beginning. We've got an extra bass drum note falling on beat 2. That may not seem like much, but it's really important because it follows the bass guitar. Dun, 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 dun. That pulse there on 1, 2 needs to be emphasised, and Peter does it with the bass drum. So we got the extra bass drum on beat 2 there, 1, 2 and then we get our first ghost note. So the ghost note occurs on the middle note of beat 3. We get 3 triplet, 3 triplet. That bass drum on the and of 3 is still in the same place it was before, but we're just preceding it with the ghost note, which is the snare drum note written in brackets, 3 triplet, 3 triplet. When I count it slowly, I will count out the full triplets when there's a set of full triplets. Then for beat 4, it's back to normal. Then for the second bar, we get another ghost note on the trip of beat 1, again falling in between the two bass drum notes there. One triplet, and it's really important that you get that snare drum note to sound quieter than the main snare drum notes on beats 2 and 4. They need to be sort of set back a little bit. They need to sound different to the main groove. And as I speed it up, you'll see what I mean. If we play them all the same volume, it won't sound like the drum beat. It'll sound way too busy. The reason it sounds so cool and funky and slinky is because of those ghost notes being played quietly. So we get one triplet, 2, one triplet, 2. And then for the rest of that bar, it's the same. So then the final thing that Peter does is adds these open hi-hat parts, which is a really cool idea. It's a little bit messy. He doesn't quite do it exactly the same every time. Sometimes the hi-hats open just on beats 1 and 2 of the bar 1, not on bar 4 of bar 2. But we get this open hi-hat on 1 and 2, 1, 2, and it closes around beat 3. You can choose to close it wherever you like, but it closes latest beat 3. 3 triplet, and then at the end of bar 2 we get another open hi-hat on 4, 4 and 4 and. So slowly, with all of those differences included, let's see if I can do it in one go slowly, while counting out loud. We'll play both bars together. 1, 2 and 3 triplet, 4 and 1 triplet, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 triplet, 4 and 1 triplet, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 triplet, 4 and 1 triplet, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 triplet, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. It's a bit of a mouthful to count out loud, but you need to be able to count it out loud slowly to get the feel. If I was to count the bar, 1, 2 and 3 triplet, 4 and 1 triplet, 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's what I'd choose to count. So let's try and play it a little bit faster now. Keeping these mistakes in. And before I play up to speed for you, one thing I want to mention again is the snare drum on beat 1 of the first bar. So when he first comes in on at 25 seconds, he plays 1, 2 and plays an extra snare drum note on beat 1. But then, like I said earlier on, when it loops, he misses out that snare drum on beat 1. So before we finish, let's hear those 2 bars played up to speed without the old microphone on. Here we go. So if you've got any questions about any of that, feel free to email me, rob@drumstheword.com. Don't forget to download the free PDF that came with this lesson. You'll find the link beneath this video. And you might also want to consider signing up to become an online member at my website, drumstheword.com. And what I currently offer for $97 is a full year's access to every single full video song lesson I've ever recorded and transcribed. That's over 350 famous and popular songs now, where I teach you a song from start to finish. Unlike this lesson where I just teach you one main drum beat. I've got 350 song lessons, full song lessons, where I teach you a song from start to finish, and there's loads and loads of famous and popular bands up there already. As a thank you for that $97, I give you access to hundreds more mini videos teaching you many, many famous drum beats, fills, and even drum solos. I give you 3 ebooks I've written over the years containing, guess what? Hundreds more famous drum beats, fills, and solos. And then over the year of your subscription, you also gain instant online access to all the new material that I upload for my members. And I record every week unless I'm ill or on holiday. So you've got lots of cool stuff to look forward to over the year of your subscription. And if you're over on my Facebook page, and also you get to influence what songs get chosen in the future, I ask my followers on a regular basis, every month or so, what songs they'd like me to teach them, and then they get to vote on the most popular ones, and the most popular ones get chosen for future lessons. So go over to my Facebook page if you want to have a chance at influencing what songs are chosen. Like I say, this song was chosen over on my Facebook page. So any questions about that, email me, rob@drumstheword.com. Until our next drum lesson together, toodle pip and happy drumming to you.